Okay, well, we've been very fortunate today. It's actually Thursday the 31st of May 2012, and we've got a little nuke box here, which or a swarm collection box. The swarm was collected yesterday. It's now just about 6 o'clock in the evening here in the UK, and we've got to try and get these into the hive. It's our second colony. We've got a cast that's running from hive number 1, which you'll see in a minute, and you've probably seen me inspect a couple of times, but this will go into the second hive. It's the first time I've actually done this, so obviously a little nervous. I've left them in the dark in the shed all day, in the cool I hoped, although when I got into them just a minute ago they were buzzing fairly. It's apparently quite a big swarm. What I intend to do is to take the hive apart. We'll take the hive lid off and the crown board, take a few frames out, and then actually shake the swarm down into the hive. I expect that they may explode from there. The weather's not ideal to be doing this. It's very overcast and it's threatening a storm, and if there's one thing bees don't particularly like, it's stormy weather approaching. But I'm hoping that they'll work on the theory that it's a nice new home and they'll be better in there than they will in their little box at the moment. They have calmed down a little since I left the box here about 2 or 3 minutes ago, so I suspect they may have just been getting a little hot in the shed, because they were certainly buzzing frantically earlier. So anyway, it's the first time we've done it. We'll see. It'll be an experience if nothing else. It's something I hope is not going to take me a huge amount of time. I've put the entrance reducer in advance. I was toying with the idea of putting a queen excluder above the floor, which would stop the queen from actually reaching the exit. That would be in an attempt to stop this swarm from thinking I don't like this home and swarming again. But I don't know, I just think that that's actually containing them a little bit too much when they've already been contained for you know, coming up, well, certainly just over 24 hours. So I'm going to leave them. I'm going to take the chance that they'll swarm again, but I'm hoping they don't, and this will give us our second colony. So you'll see me in a minute in the bee suit. I expect this to be fairly rapid. First time I've done it, a little nervous, but hopefully we'll be able to get the job done. Okay, so the first thing we'll need to do is to prepare this hive. This is the number 2 hive. Just to my right is the number 1 hive. Down here I've got the swarm box. Obviously this one's pretty placid over here, so I'm not going to put my veil on yet. Let's just get myself prepared first. And I want to be ready with all the stuff to put literally back on straight away. I'll stick a feeder on them tomorrow. I'll not do that today, just to give them a chance to settle in. I did come down this morning and I've prepared obviously the box with clean foundation. I've also, at number 3, as with the first hive, at number 3 I've put a shorter frame in. That's in an effort to control varroa, hoping that they'll build on the bottom of here comb, which would be drone comb or male comb, where the varroa mite prefers to lay its eggs. Then I can cut that off, put it in a freezer, or feed it to the chickens or something. So I've already prepared that at frame number 3. So I'll put these frames back in. I think I'll probably take 4 out from the middle. Just pull those over to the side. I've got no bees in here, so I've absolutely no need. In fact, I think I'll take a 5th one out. Got absolutely no need to put those down by the entrance, because I know at the moment there's no bees in there. So I think we're just about ready. Got 3 frames either side. You can see I've put the entrance reducer in down here, so that reduces the entrance down, gives them a chance to settle in. I expect to be able to remove that in a day or 2, because I'm understood to believe that it's quite a large swarm, so we'll see in a minute. Open mesh floor with a varroa board underneath. So here we go. This is the nervous bit. 10,000 stinging bees. So we'll remove the person's duct tape. Just stick that down there out the way so it doesn't stick to my fingers. Like so. It's actually stuck there, so we'll just stick that to the side. Remove this piece, and we should now be able to stick the veil on. Now I do expect these to come out at a fair lick. I'm going to endeavour to remove some of the board. The important thing is obviously to get most of them in, and then I can leave the box down at the front, and once the bees feel that they're okay, they will here we go. Okay, that's going to come up with the lid. So I think actually we'll keep that down there. I think we'll give the box a bit of a shake. That'll put the bees down to the bottom. There we go. And there's a swarm.
shake those into the hive. Obviously I want to try and make sure that I don't mind the flying bees, but I need to make sure that I get the queen actually into the hive. So there we go, tip the bees in, give them a good shake, trying to make sure that it's an empty box. And now we'll just place these two down here, which will allow them to find their way into the hive. And then we'll just try and get a few of these frames actually back in. As I say, I don't intend to be hanging around too much in this cloud of bees, and obviously I'm hoping as well not to squish too many, because that'll set off their alarm pheromones. Certainly I've got a few bashing up against my veil at the moment, but generally they seem to be doing okay. I'm expecting to get my first sting in beekeeping today, but you know, you never know. We need, as I say, to get this done fairly rapidly, and that'll help them to just settle down inside the hive. So that's the frames in quite happily. I'm going to slide the board across gently. That'll hopefully allow the bees to go. Actually, you can see a bee here that's fanning. That's a good sign. That's a sign that they're saying, hang on a minute, I think we've got a bit of a home here. So I'm going to have to slide this across, as I say, hoping not to squish too many. Just sliding that over, that'll either push them in or push them out with any luck. And then we can put the lid on. I'm bound to squish a couple in that operation because the lid is a heavy object, but that pretty well leaves our swarm. You know, we'll have quite a few now just flying around, orientating. You know, it's shook them up a little bit. You can actually see quite randomly here that they have started to build comb inside the lid of the box they were brought in here. But I'm hoping now that the queen will be inside the hive, and that will release the pheromones, and they'll then be all attracted in to the hive. But you know, nature will take its course, and we'll just have to wait and see in maybe 20 or 30 minutes whether they've settled into their new home.